Hello, Year 3. I'm going to try to take you through some of the computing lesson today. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. And there we go. This is what Scratch should look like. Now, on the post today, it will give some instructions to you and your parents about how to join Scratch. And when you join Scratch, it means that you'll be able to save your projects week on week. It also gives you access to other projects that people have made and then they share on Scratch, or the ones that you can see there. When you join, you'll then be given a little name here. You can see that I've joined Scratch, so that's my username there. Unfortunately, you can't use that because you'll also need a password. So ask your parents to join Scratch. They'll need to answer a couple of questions and enter their email so that you can get access to it. If you don't want to join, that's absolutely fine. You can still use all of the programs. It just means that you won't be able to save your projects each week. Okay, so when you get onto this screen, the button that you want to click to begin with is the Create button, which is at the top here. And it will take you to this screen here. Now, it's a little bit of a recap, just in case you've forgotten, or maybe you didn't cover this in Year 2 because of our first lockdown. This is what your Scratch page looks like. And what Scratch is a coding program. It gives instructions or lists of instructions, which are called algorithms, to create a program. Here is the little Scratch cat. Here's the icon for Scratch. And in Scratch, that's what's called a sprite. He's like the little character. Now, if you want to get rid of that sprite and use a different one, then all you need to do is to click that little button there, which will put him in the bin. We'll leave him there for now. But this part of the page here, this is where what it looks like on your screen if you were to actually play the program. This part here is where you put all of the code. Now the code is down here and you can see all of the different color buttons which help, all the different colors for motion, sound, events, and so on. And they fit together like little pieces of a jigsaw. And when you press play or you press the little green flag, that will play that bit of code. So we have our sprite over here. We can also change the background here. So clicking this button here, if I wanted to give him a beach Malibu background, that would appear behind him. Okay, if I wanted to get rid of that sprite, okay, I would just click that. He's gone in the bin, but now I might want to change that. So this little button here, I can choose a different one. So I might want to choose a bear. And then suddenly on my Malibu beach, I've now got a bear. If I want to give him some instructions, if I want to give that little bear some instructions, what I do is drag the code into the box here. Now, we normally start with an event, okay? So that's to get your program started. So you would click on this, you can see the little hand has now gone onto there, and you click on it and drag it over. And that says when the flag is clicked, the rest will happen. So maybe I want him to start moving. So then I would drag this over here, click it underneath. They fit together like little pieces of jigsaw. And so that now reads, when the green flag is clicked, move 10 steps. So if I click that, watch the bear, he should move. There, he just moved a little tiny bit. Now what I can do on Scratch, if I want him to move a little bit more, I just click in the box here and I can change the number. So actually if I change that to 50, now he should move a lot more. So let's have a go. Let's just click that little flag. There we go. He moves a lot more this time. And when you're building up your projects, all of this code in this middle section here will be a great long string of algorithms to give your characters some instructions. If you want to have a look at your whole project, then you can go to enlarge the screen there, okay? And that will put it on the whole of the screen. So if I click the flag, well, he's going to be heading off the side now. That will just give it to you as a whole screen. Oh, I'm trying to move me out of the way. There we go. And then click that button to get back to where you were before. Okay, hopefully that was a little bit of a recap, and you might have done the tutorials last week and had a look at some of the projects on there. So on the list of instructions that we've given you on the post today, we would like you to have a go at making a chase game and then making a clicker game. Now, you'll find those again underneath the tutorials button. So have a click on there. So here's make a chase game and here's make a clicker game. These are quite simple programs just to get you started on Scratch so that you're getting used to dragging the code into position. So Mrs. Dyer is going to have a go now at starting the chase game. So there we go. I'm going to click on there. Now here is the tutorial here. Okay, now at the moment I've got everything that I had before, so I don't really want my bear. Okay, so that code for the bear has gone, and I'm going to change the setting, change the background, sorry, in a moment. So the tutorial, what I found, goes very, very quickly. So just pause it when you need to, and also the code that they show you is tiny. So you also might need to make it a little bit bigger so that you can see what code the lady or man are talking about. So let's have a little go at this one. Let's see if Mrs. Dyer can have a go at coding. So press the play button.
You can use Scratch to make
Okay, so I'm going to pause it there because I want to now pick the same backdrop that they have chosen. So it looks like an underwater scene. So I need to go to my backdrops over here. Oh, look, underwater. There it is there. So I could get a real underwater picture or the more cartoony one that she chose. So I'm going to click on that one. Oh, and look, there it's appeared in my box here. Okay, and she was about to pick a sprite. So let's just play it on a little bit further. Okay, so I'm going to pause it again, and I need to find a sprite, which is an octopus. So I go to the sprite button, and I think that's probably an animal. So I'm going to click on the animals. Let's see if we can find the octopus. Oh, there's a nice crab there, which we could have had instead. But let's see if we can find the octopus. Oh, jellyfish. Oh, where have I gone? Oh, there it is there. Okay, so I click on the octopus. And there, he's appeared on my screen. And you can check what you've got here because there's my octopus sprite and there's my backdrop there. Okay, she's now going to start coding very, very quickly. So keep pausing it or running it back and maybe making it a little bit larger so that you can see what she's choosing.
Let's make it move when I press the
Okay, so the code that she has chosen, can you see that they're the ones here? Now, I can't see those, okay? You might be able to. So this button here will make that into full screen. So I'm just going to enlarge that so that I can see it. Okay, there. So this is what she has chosen. So she's chosen, and these are in the events button, so the sort of yellowy button there. So the event is when the space key is pressed and when the space key is pressed. Now, if I just run it on a little bit longer, it will show you what she does to these buttons here. Okay, so can you see that she changed this one here to say when the right arrow key is pressed? Okay, so I'm just going to shrink that down again. That's the button down here in the corner. And I'm now going to put that code in. So it was an event. And here it is here, when the space key was pressed. So I drag that in. And if you can see, she had 2 of those. And she changed this one to be when the right arrow key is pressed. And this one is going to be when the left arrow key is pressed. Now she's already dragged in the next bit of code. So let's have a look more closely what she's dragged in. Change X by 10. So that's in the motion button. So if you have a look down the pieces of code here, there it is, change X by 10. So I'm going to shrink that back down again so that I'm keeping up with her. So I need to click on the motion, and it was move X by 10. And that's move 10 steps. That wasn't the right one. So let's see if I can find it. Oh, I can't find it at the moment. Oh, there it is. Change X by 10. So that one goes in there. Okay, let's have a listen to what she says now. Okay, so she's tested this already. So if I press my right arrow key, when the right arrow key is pressed, change X by 10. So let's see if that's working. Mine doesn't seem to be working. Let's just go back a little bit to make sure I've done everything that I should have done. I'm just going to make that bigger to make sure I've got it right. When the right arrow key is pressed, change X by 10. And when the left arrow key is pressed, change X by, that's going to be minus 10. So let me just check. When the right arrow key is pressed, change X by 10. And when the left arrow key, so that one's right. When the left arrow key is pressed, and this one now needs to be minus 10. Oh, there we go. It's now working. So I'm pressing on my keyboard, I'm pressing the right arrow key and he's moving to the right. If I press the left arrow key, he's moving to the left. Okay, so you just needed to make sure that this was 10 for the right arrow key and make it minus 10 for the left arrow key. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. Okay, can you see how it's quite important, especially for a novice like me, to keep pausing and checking that you're doing the right thing. So continue with this project. And then when you've done this one, which was make a chase game, you can have a go at make a clicker game. Okay, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. Have fun with Scratch. And then next week, we're going to start a project which will go on week by week. Okay, see you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.